morning children, welcome back to your English class. Today we will continue with the same topic, perfect tenses. We have already learnt about present perfect tense. Today we are going to do past perfect tense and future perfect tense. So let's start.
So children, let's learn about past perfect tense first. But before starting the topic, see this timeline and tell me, when you tell stories, do you always tell them in chronological order or one after another? Yes, not always. Sometimes we mention something that happened earlier, like a flashback. Don't we? Yes. But here the question is, if it happened earlier, why would you just say it now? Because the order we tell events might depend on importance or on relevance. So children, narratives or a spoken or written event generally take place in the past. But flashbacks happen even further in the past. Okay? So the moments happened further in the past. What would you call that? The past past? Super past? Double past? Yes. Its real name is past perfect. Okay, children? So we use the past perfect tense to talk about an action that took place in the past before a specific point of time or another past action. Okay? We use had plus past participle form of the verb in past perfect tense. For example, I had seen this movie before it was released in India. Here with the helping verb had, we have used past participle form of the verb see, that is seen. Clear? So there are 2 points to remember. Number 1, the action happened before a specific time in the past. And number 2, the action happened before another action in the past. To make both these points clear to you, we have 2 examples for you. Let's see carefully. Number 1, she had fallen asleep before 9 o'clock. Here you can see that 9 o'clock is a specific time and before it we have used past perfect tense had fallen. Okay. Number 2, Jan hadn't been to Disneyland until last month. Here again, last month is a specific time and before it we have used past perfect hadn't been. Here, past perfect is in negative form. Okay? Hadn't been. Okay, children? Come to the next example. Here we will discuss about the action happened before another action in the past. For example, there are 2 actions. I had lunch and the next is my brother came. So, the sentence is, after I had lunch, my brother came. Children, here had written at the second number is the past participle form of the verb have. Okay. So here you can see that the past perfect tense is used to indicate the first action and simple past is used to indicate or describe the second action. Okay, children? Yes. Let's know more about past perfect tense. Please do remember that with both singular and plural nouns or pronouns, we use had as helping verb and third form of the verb, that is past participle form of the verb. Okay? By now, you must have noticed that in past perfect tense, there are two actions that happened in the past. Action 1 and action 2. So, please do remember that we always use the past perfect tense to talk about action 1 or the first action. And another important thing to be noticed here is that action 2 is in simple past tense. Okay. See the next example. So, here you can see that closing the door is the second action and it is in simple past form. And had left is action 1 and it is in past perfect form. Okay, children? Let's understand it more clearly with the help of a timeline. Here you can see the structure of the sentence is subject plus had plus third form of the verb, or you can say past participle form of the verb, and then object. For example, I had played football before you came. Here, one action of playing was already completed before another action in the past. So children, I hope you are clear with past perfect tense. Okay. Now, let's discuss in which conditions we use the past perfect tense. Okay. So let's start. Read all these points carefully. We have already discussed all these points. Number 1. This tense form is used when more than one action take place in the past. Okay. Number 2. The first or earlier action was completed or finished when the second or later action took place. Clear, children? Next is, the earlier action is written in past perfect form. The action which took place later is written in simple past form. For example, we had decorated the room. He had decorated the room when the guests arrived. So children, all these 3 points we have already discussed. Okay. Next point is also clear to us that this tense is used to talk about something that happened a certain moment in the past. That happened before a certain moment in the past. For example, at 10 p.m. all the shops had closed. Okay, children? Yes. So, it is clear that the first action took place before the second one. So, if we join them, the action taking place first has to be expressed in the past perfect tense. Okay? Yes. Come to the next very important point. We use past perfect tense to express past hope or desire that remains unfulfilled with verbs like wish, hope, expect, etc. Means when we regret or feel sorry about a past situation. For example, I wish I had listened to my parents' advice. Okay. Next is, I had hoped that I would get that job. So children, you can see that we use verbs like hope, wish, expect, etc. to show our regret or to indicate that something was not realized at the proper time. Let's see other examples to understand it clearly. I wish I had studied hard for the test. Means I am sorry I did not study hard for it. Next one is I wish I hadn't said it. Means I am sorry that I said it. Okay. Okay, children. I think past perfect tense is quite clear to you now. Let's discuss about future perfect tense. Are you ready? Yes. So let's get started. So children, future perfect tense is used to talk about an action that will occur in the future before a certain point of time, or another action in the future. Means the action completed before a given moment in the future. Okay? We use will or shall have plus past participle form of the verb. For example, I will have seen this movie by the time it is released in India. Here we can see that with the helping verb will have, we have used past participle form of the verb see, that is seen. Okay, children? In future perfect tense, the structure of the sentence is subject plus will or shall have plus third form of the verb, or you can say past participle form of the verb, and then object. Clear? With I and we can use both shall or will. Whereas with singular and plural nouns or pronouns like he, she, it, you, they, we can use will only. Okay, children? Yes. Let's see an example here. Before they arrive, we will have cleaned up the house. Children, have you observed something? Yes, like past perfect tense, the future perfect tense has also two actions. Like, we will have cleaned up the house is the action that will happen first, and they arrive is the action that will happen later. Another important point to be noticed here is that the action which will happen first is in future perfect tense, and the action which will happen later is used in simple present tense. Okay? So please do remember this. Action 1 should be in future perfect tense, and action 2 should be in simple present tense. Okay, children? Let's understand this tense more with the help of a timeline. Okay? So, children, read all these sentences very carefully. While reading, please make a note that the actions written in red are all action 1, means the action which will happen first, and the actions written in black are all action number 2, means the action which will happen later. Okay, so let's start. I will have been to New York City twice before I moved there. So here action 1 is in future perfect tense and action 2 is in simple present tense. Okay. Next is she will have bought a house by the time she is 20. Again here action 1 written in red is in future perfect tense and action 2 written in black is in simple present form. Okay, children? Next is we will have learned Chinese before we visit China. Again here will have learned is in future perfect tense and visit is in simple present. Okay, children? Now, one more very important point to be noticed here is that we have used by or before to denote another future moment. Okay? Yes. Next, see the timeline carefully. In future, the action which is marked black shows the certain point of time in future, and the action marked red show the action that will happen before that certain time or action, and so is called future perfect. Okay, it will look like that the action 1 will be completed before the action number 2. So here is the comparison of two future actions. Okay, children? Yes, I hope this future perfect tense is quite clear to you now. So, let's have a look at the conditions for the use of future perfect tense. Actually, it is a recapitulation of the same uses that we have already discussed. Okay, children? Yes. Number one, this tense suggests an action which will have been completed before a given period of time in future. There are certain keywords which help you to identify future perfect tense easily, like by, before, by that time, etc. For example, by the time you read this note, I will have left this place. Next, he will have sent all emails by 9 a.m. Okay, children? Yes. Next is when more than one action will take place in future, future perfect tense is used to describe the first action. And the later action is described by using simple present tense. Okay, children? Clear to you? Yes. For example, I shall have written my letter before he comes. Next one is, he will have reached home before the rain starts. So, shall have written is action 1 and comes is action 2. Again, in the next sentence, will have reached is action 1 and starts is action 2. So, action 1 is in future perfect tense and action 2 is in simple present tense. Okay? Now, let's have a look at all the three perfect tenses now to understand the difference. So, here you can see that in past perfect tense, the action happened before another action. For example, I had played baseball before I cooked dinner last night. Okay, children? In present perfect, no doubt the action started in the past but might continue. For example, I have played baseball a few times this week. Okay? Again, in future perfect, the action will happen before another action in future. For example, I will have played baseball before I cook dinner tonight. Okay, children? By now, if you observed these examples carefully, you must have noticed the difference in sentence structures too. Like, in present perfect tense, the structure of the sentence is subject, has or have, then third form of the verb, and then object. Okay? In past perfect, the sentence structure is subject plus had plus third form of the verb and then object. In future perfect tense, the structure of the sentence is subject will or shall have plus third form of the verb and then object. Okay, children? So here the only difference is the use of helping verbs like has or have in present perfect tense, had in past perfect tense, and will or shall have in future perfect tense. Okay, children? That's all for today. Hope the concept of perfect tenses is quite clear to you. See you in the next class. Thank you.